mind your business. Stop asking so many questions. If people are not offering you that information, leave them alone. Welcome back to GradGirlRambles. It's Brianna here, and today I'm talking about the match process. So I've kind of talked about this last year when I was going through match and what it was like for me, at least in psychology internship match, like what that experience was like not matching and then going through phase 2. I wanted to talk about this because by the time I post this video, phase 2 match day would have already happened. And this is also around the time of medical residency match, which is similar but different from how it works in psychology. And I kind of just wanted to give my perspective as someone who didn't match the first time and then matched and has been successful since then. Just kind of general overview of how the psychology internship match works. There's phase 1, phase 2, and then there's the post-match vacancy, or what some people will call clearinghouse. For the most part, people apply in phase 1, so you kind of start getting your application materials ready the summer before you apply. A lot of positions are, their deadlines are like November 1st was the first deadline that I had for all of my sites. And then between November through like beginning of February, really late January, are interviews. And so, at least in psychology, everyone who's applying for internship kind of applies through that cycle, and then you kind of wait to hear back if you have interviews. And then once you have interviews, you rank the positions that you're interested in, or you don't rank the ones that you really don't want to end up. And then match day is like mid-February. And then if you don't match in phase 1 match, you then have 6 days to apply in phase 2 for all the positions that are unfilled. Phase 2 starts like an hour after phase 1 ends. People are scrambling, doing all these stuff, not really changing your applications, just like picking new sites. And then you kind of do the process over again, but it's really shortened to like 3 weeks. And then the match day for phase 2 is usually on a Wednesday, which is weird. And then you either match or you don't match again, and then you're in the post-match vacancy. And that process is less of the ranking and all that stuff, and it's more just like sending cover letters and CVs to positions that are unfilled, kind of more like a regular job. I can't really speak to what it's like on the medical residency side, but I know that it's a similar process where you're applying. I think medical residents tend to apply to way more sites. So in psychology, they really don't recommend you apply to more than 15. Residency, I've heard people say they've applied to like 60, 70, 80 something, so that I can't speak to that. But my understanding is that it's a week-long process. There's like Monday where you find out if you have matched, and then if you get an email saying like you matched, woo, it doesn't say where you're going, it just says you matched. And then later in the week you find out where you've matched, and those are like those videos you see where there are tons of people together in a room and they're like opening these envelopes. Like, that's what it is. I don't exactly know how it works when you don't match. So that Monday when you don't match, I actually think they're filling position. You find out what those positions are before that Friday, and so I can't speak to it. But my main point is I want to talk to the people who either don't match or those who do match and they match to maybe a place that was lower down in their rankings. I think it's really easy for people, even people like me, to say like, it's okay, you're gonna be fine, like everything will work out, because we have the benefit of hindsight, whereas people going through the process are like disappointed. They're feeling, you know, they're not feeling confident in their abilities. They're feeling like they've just wasted all this time, and it's really disheartening to have people kind of dismiss any disappointment you have. I think people are more empathetic or sympathetic for people who don't match because you don't have something to hold on to and say like, this is where I'm going. It's the people who match to somewhere they ranked lower that I think are kind of left out of this discussion, because a lot of times people are like, well, at least you matched somewhere, like at least you have somewhere to go. And I think that's really dismissive. And yes, at the end of the day, it's great that you matched and you know where you're going, but people are allowed to be disappointed. Like, you rank these programs for a reason, and to be able for someone to say to you, oh, well, at least you have a job, is dismissive. I know people who matched in phase 1, but they matched at like the place at the bottom of their list. And yeah, if you're ranking like 15 spots and you got matched to number 15, sure, you didn't leave it off the list, so you're willing to go there, but that means that you're thinking about all these other places that you could have gone to that you didn't match with. And so I think it's really dismissive for people to be like, oh, don't worry about it, like you should be happy. For anyone to tell anyone at any time, but especially during this process, like you should be, is rude and disrespectful, and again, dismissive of people's disappointment that they feel. They might, you know, come around to some of that excitement, being like, oh, as you learn more about the program and the training and what that looks like, but it's okay for people to not be immediately happy about where they're going to be. And I think we should respect those feelings for those people. And I know that I've been really open about, you know, not matching and then matching, but some people don't want to talk about those things in public forums. So when you see all these people posting like, oh, I matched to my number 1 choice, and oh, I matched and I'm so happy and I'm so excited, and then you have this feeling of, oh, I matched, that was kind of anticlimactic because this isn't the place that I was like really hoping for. Just let those people have those feelings, and don't ask people where they're going if they're not offering that information to you. I had a situation during phase 1, or I guess at the end of phase 1, when I didn't match, and someone asked me, oh my God, where did you match? And I had to sit there and be like, am I about to get a bunch of texts like this all day? I can't even imagine, like, the people who matched and didn't match at, you know, their first choice. They're probably, at least they had something to say, but still, it's like people, the second question is always, oh my God, are you so excited? Don't ask that. Just leave people alone, let them process how they need to process it, and understand that the match process is very like soul sucking. The process itself, and then however your match day ends up, like it's just a very disheartening process, and people need to mind their business. I think that's the point. Just mind your business is all. Anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about that because it's, as I'm recording this video, the medical residency match just happened on Friday, like like the actual find out your site day. And so it's just like bringing up a lot of things, a lot of feelings from last year where people were just like all in my face. It's especially disheartening when everyone I think kind of assumes that everyone is gonna go somewhere. But I remember something someone said was, oh, well, I never thought this would happen to you. To say I never thought this would happen to you almost makes me feel like I've let other people down. So like now I'm disappointed and other people are like, dang, like we really saw it for you, girl. Don't know what happened. You must have done something wrong. Nobody said that, but that's how I felt. So just if you're in the process and you are feeling this way, like it's okay to not be excited about where you matched. And people have well intentions when they say like everything will work out, because the truth is it will, but it's okay for you to wallow and, you know, feel a way about not matching as well. But don't let that stop you from moving forward and, you know, getting the position that you deserve or need. And to the other people, mind your business. Stop asking so many questions. If people are not offering you that information, leave them alone until they want to tell you. Okay, that's all. I wanted a video to be shorter, but it's not. Sorry. Okay, bye.